Happy Friday and welcome back to another edition of The Trading Desk. My name is Joshua Thanos. This is my partner,
Jason Main.
My life partner.
No.
Hey, Jason, it's a nice green shirt you're wearing today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Green hoodie.
That's right. It's kind of weird.
Talking about green today?
No. I don't know.
Well, we are in a manner, kind of.
Happen to wear the same colors today. Yeah. Very strange.
We were told by 4 separate people on the way here if we were going to mention that on the show. Just happened to be Green Day.
Yeah. Green Day. Great band. So, again, welcome back, guys. We have some cool watches to talk to you about today. And let's start, as always, with a wrist shot. Jay, what do you got on the wrist today?
Today I'm wearing my PAM 510. That's the 8-day in-house manual wound. Basically the current generation of the 111, so just simple sub-seconds. Again, in-house 8-day manual wounds. Sandwich dial, or no, sorry, not sandwich dial, sausage dial.
Sausage dial. Painted. They call it a painted dial.
Painted.
It's awkward to call things sausage dials.
It certainly is awkward, yes. So yeah, love this watch. It's all beat up, but this is a great kind of day in, day out type wearer watch, and it's not been getting a lot of time recently, so I figured I'd wear it a little bit
It's nice.
more.
You've been wearing the hell out of your your Rolex, and I like that better. I like that Panerai. 8-day movement, man. It's awesome.
They're both great. Different things, you know, different, it's kind of the idea.
Is it a black dial or is it brown?
No, it's black.
It's black dial.
Brown strap.
It's awesome. I've been wearing my Panerai a lot. It only has like it's supposed to have a 30-hour power reserve. I think it ends up having like 22 because the thing's old and beat to shit, but still.
It's got that artificial lip patina.
That's right. It's called water damage, Jason. All right. On the wrist today, I have something slightly modified from last time you saw it. Let's get it. I'll wait for. Oh, there you go. Damn, look how beautiful that is. If you guys are listening to the podcast, go to YouTube, scroll over to 39 seconds into the show, and just look at this. This is beautiful. So I have the 40.5 millimeter ceramic SMP, right? That stands for Seamaster Professional, Jason.
Sure, if you're
professional diver.
on the forums, yes.
That's right. Yeah.
So you got it on a.
I have it on a NATO.
Official?
Yeah, it's an
Omega
official NATO.
Yeah,
this thing was like, I don't know, $150 or something. I should probably know the price of this. But, yeah, I had it on the bracelet, which I really like. I want to put it back on the bracelet. But until I swap out the clasp for like a sliding clasp, which you can do. That's your phone, Jason, not mine. Then I wear it on this in the meantime. So it's super comfortable. This matches the watch perfectly. And I really like it a lot, Jason. What do you think?
I like that watch. I think I tried it on the NATO earlier today. I don't know. I feel like it's nicer on the bracelet.
Yeah. Well, for your wrist especially. Like
the
my
bracelet
wrist
makes it feel a little larger. When you put it on that NATO, it feels smaller. It looks good on the NATO, but something about the, kind of like when you take a Submariner off a bracelet, like part of the identity of that watch is the bracelet, especially that Seamaster bracelet with the multi-link. So I while it looks good on there, I wouldn't, if it were me, it wouldn't live on that strap.
My wrist is slightly smaller than yours. You probably have a 7.5. I've got about a 7. So I think that I can just barely pull this off. If I had a larger wrist, it would look too small. It does make the watch
on the NATO.
It's unbelievably comfortable. I looked into my watch box and I realized I have like 4 watches that are all on NATO straps. So I feel kind of like a douche, Jason. So I'll wear it like this for a little while, and then I'll probably swap it back to the bracelet. It's the only bracelet watch that I have right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And thinking about picking up a few other pieces. We might talk about that later today. Yeah, man. So that's wrist shots. Jason has a Panerai dive watch. I have an Omega dive watch. We both have dive watches, surprisingly. And next, let's talk about this or that.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that's a cool graphic right there. Awesome. So today, our theme for this or that is the same theme that people have been seeing on the news all week, and that's lottery winnings.
What are you going to do if you win $1.6 billion?
Is that what it was, 1.6? Is that what it was? I don't play the lotto. I'm not one of those guys. So
$1.6 billion. So
how much did you win?
I won the $5 that I kept in my pocket.
Oh, so you didn't pay either? Yeah, I don't take you as somebody who's playing the lotto.
So, but at least...
Did you not play, really?
No, at least 25 people... 25 customers, I would say, at least were asked this question: what are you going to do if you win?
Yeah, I don't like having those conversations.
People around the office, well, what are you going to do?
Well, there was a pool, right, in the office. People were putting money together, and they were talking about increasing their odds. And I think there's actually a website where you can go and it'll show you like how many tickets you have to buy to increase your odd by
fraction of a percentage.
Yeah, like a thousandth of a percentage, and it's like I think you have to spend probably $5,000 or so just to move it up to something that's still absolutely not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I decided to abstain as well. Didn't buy a ticket. Don't like. I'll just work for my money, Jason.
Well, there's one guy in South Carolina who's, I believe right now, anonymous.
Is that where he lives?
Yeah,
Cool.
but he won, sole winner. 1.6
one
billion.
guy won it?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
So one hit, 1.6. Apparently in that state you can stay anonymous.
Oh, that's smart.
Like one of 6 states or 7 states that can do that.
You don't become a target.
So
have to buy a lot of weapons.
People were asking the question. We started thinking, it might be a good topic for a show. Really, kind of just an excuse to
talk about some watches that we can't afford.
Watches that we can't necessarily shell out the coin for. So we'll let Josh go first with his for this.
Right.
Which is.
All right, so today we're pitting 2 watches against each other. Basically, watches that you'd buy if you hit the lotto, right? And watches over $100,000. So this is. Can we get a close up here, Harrison? Oh wait, that's my face. Let's get a close. Oh, terrible. Sorry. All right, so we have a Royal Oak Offshore that looks like it's in some sort of white metal, maybe stainless steel.
What could that be?
But it's not stainless steel, Jason. This is made out of full platinum.
That's platinum.
That's right. And this feels like platinum. It feels like a 5-pound weight in my hand. In fact, I think as a nickname, it's a 5-pounder. I like to call it the smoke show because the dial is smoky and beautiful. Ceramic pushers, 42 millimeters. It's full platinum links. It has the clasp is a double pusher deployant, and the watch is unbelievable. It has the open case back. This watch, you know what? I don't even remember the retail on the watch. I know that a pre-owned this watch goes over 100,000, like 130 or so. Let's go ahead and set it down because it's very heavy. But that is the watch you buy to remind yourself how much money you won, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool pick. I like the watch. Just to kind of explain to maybe some guys that are watching the video and thinking that video has a green tint to it, that watch is covered in plastic.
Yeah.
It's factory plastic. And it has not been removed. So if you're looking to purchase something like that, if you live in South Carolina and just picked up $1.6 billion,
give me a call.
Happy to
Let's throw
take
my
your
phone
call.
number up on the screen there.
And
954-610-9264 for those listening on the podcast.
There you go.
There you go. Send me a text.
So Josh's is the 5-pounder. I like the smoke show. It's a good name.
It's a good show.
The dial for me is the best part of that watch.
Can I get credit for
that? Yeah. Maybe you can get 1.6 billion credits. Yeah. All right.
Hugs.
So for me, for this week's this or that is a watch that is stupid, but in the best way possible. This is the RM1102.
Ooh.
So titanium mid case, rose gold front and back.
Wow.
Automatic chronograph, flyback.
It's a great Halloween watch because you know why?
Panorama date.
Skeleton dial.
Skeletonized dial. Month pointer.
I mean,
the thing is actually wears on the wrist extremely well, like most RMs, because of the ergos on the case back and the strap. So it sits really, really well on the wrist. In fact, I'm probably going to take my panorama off and wear this for the rest of the show.
You probably should.
Because I feel like Tony Stark when I'm wearing this watch. It's fantastic.
Well, it just proves to everyone how rich you are.
Yeah, I mean,
and also you might be possibly a douchebag. It's
gaudy in like the best possible way.
It fits nice on the wrist. It's just a little too big for me. But show the clasp. So the best thing about our RMs, listen, RMs without a doubt are overpriced, and they are.
Clasp, right?
You got a weapon.
This is green also.
All right, Jason brought weapons on the show today. So, but yeah, so the clasp are actually super cool. So I don't know if it's worth the $160,000, but
yeah, it's basically a torsion spring.
Mm-hmm.
This is done on a couple other brands as well, but you can see there's double torsion springs right here all the way, right there.
Yeah, it feels solid.
And then basically
feels like you're closing like
by friction. It's kind of like when
door, right?
Yeah, when you slam like a really expensive door, like a car door, just has that solid feel. So full titanium, rose gold.
You're getting hate on this RM.
Beautiful.
The RM is heinous. RM looks cheap. I would never buy the
so
Richard
you know,
Mille.
this RM also has a black strap in the box, ready to go. So you get the funky and you get the conservative strap. But
ooh, looks like a freaking toy, dude. I think
if you've never put an RM on before, it's stunning.
I mean, it's cool. Here,
it's
awesome. Size for your wrist. Go ahead and put it on.
It's awesome because of what it is. It's not an everyday watch, but it's that FU I got money type of watch. And if that's what we're talking about on the show, it makes sense.
Well, the thing is,
would I spend the kind of money on this? No. and I opened the segment saying it's stupid, but it's stupid in the best way possible.
Right, if you have money to burn, literally.
This is like I'm hanging it out the window of the Lamborghini.
So you can buy an Audemars for less than $20,000, right? So if you want to get into the brand Audemars, you can do that. You don't have to spend $130,000. The thing about Richard Mille, and the reason why they're like such a status symbol, I guess you would call it, is because you can't get into a Richard Mille even pre-owned for less than like 40 grand, and that's like the worst one you can buy. The one that you'll be embarrassed to wear is like $40,000.
Yeah.
Right? Or they might not even be that low at this point.
Yeah, I think you're closer to 60 right now.
Well, it's what's insane is that so I've been doing this for about a little over 5 years. And when we first started talking about Richard Mille, we're like, oh, that's gonna be junk in 2 years. They're gonna be worthless. They're just hype. They just keep going up. We're like, all right, when's the bottom gonna fall out?
Yeah.
Like all their watches, or almost all their watches, are worth over list.
I mean, bubbles don't exist on things that just can't be had. Like,
I guess.
There's the production number is so low. The demand seems to be limitless. I don't know. There's definitely RMs that hold. Like the 11s do really well. Pretty much in any material. Obviously,
Flyback Chrono is what the 11 is.
Yeah. Neutral metals like titanium or steel. No, this is not an annual.
Okay.
Flyback Chrono GMT.
Sweet.
But let us know in the poll. There's a voting poll.
People are getting mad at each other in this poll. Oh man, the chat box. People are hating each other. Wow. The ad hominem attacks. I mean, it's basically like a political debate, and this is fantastic.
I'm gonna have to read some of these.
This is great. RM looks like an Invicta copy. I think you're gonna. Oh, jeez, Jason. Yo,
for the guys in the podcast, Josh just quit.
You're losing. You're not winning. You're losing. Look at that, dude. Might as well just give up. I don't know if you're going to make it on the show next week with your shame.
You know what? If I never did one of these shows again...
Let's do a poll on who my next co-host will be because of the shame of losing this poll so badly. Damn.
So it's 63 to 36% right now. God. We'll come back at the end.
63.64. Don't be shorting me, buddy.
Usually when Josh leads the poll in the first half of the show, he ends up losing at the end. It's very kind of you guys to give him this small victory.
That's what we call fake news,
at the beginning of the show, so that he can try and muster the courage to continue with his life.
All right. Okay. All right. Well,
anyhow,
keep voting for the watch that you would spend your money on if you had infinity amounts of it. And
some of the guys in the chat box just want to give a call out. So all the guys we usually see, Matt Forster's here, Ahmad saying hi. Hey, Ahmad. Eddie Landsberg. Obviously in the chat, always is. JBO Surf. Keep going. Josh Thanos is in the chat box.
That's me.
That's the guy sitting next to me.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Some cool comments. Luis Ortiz, customer of mine. Thanks, Jason, for the awesome Pro Prof. You are welcome. I hope you're wearing it.
Hard to wear watch.
It's such a cool niche watch. It really is like you have to know what it is to know. It's a small club kind of watch.
I guess. It's just
Chris Morgan is on the chat. Hey Jason, it's Chris. We talked on the phone. We ended up getting the Hulk. Yes, awesome grab. Cool enough to get one at a local AD, so he snagged it up.
What?
Yep.
It's worth more than you paid for it, buddy.
Yes, which is the motivation. Jay Remy's on the chat. If I had infinity money, I would buy a Journe Renaissance.
Resonance.
Oh, yes, he did write it correctly. Sorry.
You would buy some reading lessons.
Josh is in rare form today.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. Let's start having a conversation here, Jason.
His Pro Prof is easy to wear. So
he must be a large individual, and so I don't want to offend you. It's a great watch. Enjoy it. Let's sportsmanship, Josh. Never heard of it. Don't know what that means. Can't even spell it.
Josh, this is not a facade. This is Josh all the time. Just what you would think is real life.
What, a winner? I agree with you. I totally agree.
Not quite where I was going with that, but
oh God, Jason,
from your perspective, I guess if that's the way the world looks.
All my haters.
There you go.
Okay, so conversation we wanted to have today is. Basically, we were talking about it a little bit earlier, too. So if we were the ones to spend our hard-earned dollars on a lottery ticket and we just so happen to win $1.6 billion, now we want to have every watch of our dreams. Just any watch you can think of that you want to buy, you go ahead and buy. What does your collection look like, Jason? So I have a feeling that your collection might look a little different than mine.
Yeah.
So what's the first watch you buy? Is it the one on your wrist?
No.
Yeah. You don't go big first? Where do you go? Where do you go?
That's tough, man. Honestly, I would probably, if I was really gonna do it, I would probably go. It's really hard to say. I'd probably go right now, I think the most expensive watch that I would actually justify owning is the that new Perpetual calendar green dial AP. Stainless steel.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Yeah,
it's hard
I think it was 50 pieces,
right?
If I'm not mistaken. It's got like yellow accents, hunter green dial, kind of like this color here, and just gorgeous white metal stainless steel piece. Awesome watch.
See, that thing about that watch is it doesn't really matter how much money you have. You have to be like a pretty serious boutique customer. So like,
okay, so you're gonna tell me if I'm gonna pay over double?
I guess.
I can't get that watch.
Fair enough. All right, I understand.
1.6 billion. I don't care.
That's right. You're a billionaire.
Yeah, I don't care what it costs.
That's right.
I have to have it.
You have all the money. All right. So okay,
probably that'd be like the first like big. I don't care how much it costs type purchase.
Sure.
I really like the new diver in that OD green color, which is 19.8.
Sure.
Probably can get one. You know, they're out there.
All right, so you're going AP heavy first.
I mean, there's a few APs that would be on my hit list, just like there's a few Rolexes. I don't.
So you don't have to worry about value retention now, Jason.
Yeah, I would certainly. Nah, listen. I know you're gonna go buy all the Quorum bubbles.
I will.
And I'm gonna have
the best Quorum bubble.
But here's the thing:
collection.
You're gonna end up with 3,500 watches that are worth $3,500.
Only 3,500? Oh, I'm gonna have way more watches than that.
For me, I'm gonna hit the stuff that's on my list. So yeah, I'll probably a CB would probably be in there just because I really like that watch. I've always liked the Chronograph. For me, that's probably my favorite Journe in a titanium or I don't know. I feel like I would keep it relatively simple. Maybe 20, 25 watches max.
That's it.
Yeah, but they'd be the absolute best pieces.
Bulgari Octo Finissimo.
Finissimo would
Don't they
definitely
make
be in there.
A tourbillon version of that watch?
Yeah.
There you go. Throw some money away, baby.
Nah, I'm not a tourbillon fan.
Oh, jeez, dude.
I would probably get the Forge Carbon minute repeater version of that watch, which I like quite a bit.
Oh, jeez. What does that cost?
It's up there.
Yeah.
It's like I think $100,000.
$100,000?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There you go. Now you're getting a little silly. I like that.
An RM could possibly be in there after I get, once you get through the first 10 or 15. I honestly, this might be as crazy as I could possibly get. And this is like a giraffe watch. This is just like, look, it's different.
A giraffe watch?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like,
you're drunk.
I don't know. Yeah. I did start drinking early today.
All right, so you're going super reasonable, it sounds like.
Yeah,
25
I'm not
watches.
hitting the shop. Honestly, what I would probably do is start something like a private trading or something, small just so that I could experience all the different types of watches.
You're trying to work?
I have tons of collectors.
First thing you want to do is work once you win $1.6 billion.
I'm going to make something mine. I'm going to make it my thing.
Gotcha. I'm going to make some things mine. Corn bubbles.
I have tons of collectors that started that, that have small businesses, and they started that way. And just after buying and trading, and we know guys that are dealers now that just started that way, buying and trading for themselves, just experience different things, and eventually, before you know it, you're a dealer. So maybe that's a good way to go. I don't know.
I got you. I understand that. So, hold on one second here. So my idea would be, first of all, I'm trying to go broke within a year. That's kind of my style here. If I win,
1.6 billion.
If I spend $1 to get 1.6 billion, I'm going hard. All right, I might not even be able to make it through I might be dead within a year, to be honest with you. What my plans might be. But in terms of watches, okay, I'm probably buying every precious metal offshore I can think of, and every like dial configuration, going crazy that way. I would probably buy. Let me think here. So yeah, I definitely want a double balance. I like it in rose gold. Be nice, just so everybody knows. There's no question that I'm wearing gold on my wrist. I would. We talked about this earlier. So I don't know if you guys know who Elaine Silverstein is. Made some amazing watches. Really, just the best. They held literally no value, and they are, by all accounts, hideous. And I love them. I'd probably try to buy up the world supply of Elaine Silverstein watches. But the thing is, I could probably spend, I don't know, $30,000 or $40,000 to do that. That wouldn't be much. But buy up every Elaine Silverstein watch. if I didn't have to worry about money, like I didn't care about just literally setting it on fire, corn bubbles, I would buy as many corn bubbles as I could buy. I mean, you have the Pirate, you have the Flaming Skull. The Bomber's fantastic. I mean, there's so many amazing corn bubbles. But I mean, so after I spent my $3,500 and bought every single one I could buy, what else would I spend? So Richard Mille, I don't know if I'd buy a Richard Mille. Maybe I would have to because, well, it depends on where I want to spend my time. So if I'm living in Philadelphia, which I wouldn't be, probably wouldn't have to buy a Richard Mille. It wouldn't make sense. But if I was living in Vegas,
this is so Miami. It's not even funny.
Yeah, it probably is. I feel like Richard Mille is more. If in my mind, Richard Mille is Vegas, whereas Miami's AP. You know, like Vegas, where it's like people are literally going there to set their money on fire. That's where you go, right? You go to gamble.
Well, that's where all the RMs end up because people are like, I need the cash. Here, take this.
Yeah, pawn shops in in Vegas are full of RMs.
Then they get flown over to Miami, and you hang them out the Ferrari.
So Jacob & Co. relaunched recently and made some ridiculous pieces. There's an Astronomica piece that I would, again, if I had to think about money and value retention or like ask how much something was, I certainly wouldn't spend on a Richard Mille, on a Jacob & Co. But if I have infinity money or trying to go broke in a year, go buy an Astronomica.
Well, listen, I mean, I thought of one that's kind of a stupid, ridiculous watch that I would have to, and that's just on my all-time list, is the Harry Winston, the Opus 13.
Which is that the one with the swords?
Turning hands, the turning sword hands.
Oh, Lord, I get that.
That watch is so
amazing.
cool.
I think that's a 12. Hold on.
I thought it was 13.
Let's use Google.
Anyhow, that watch was put on like the top of my like that's never gonna happen list a long time ago when it first came out.
Opus 12, Jason.
12?
Yes, I was right. You were
What's
wrong. I'm basically Tim Masso at this point, knowing things.
Oh, wow. Okay, well now Josh is getting kicked off the show
for insulting Tim.
So neither one of us will be here next week.
Opus 12 is fantastic. Actually, you know what I would do? Okay, so if I got to buy as many cool watches. Like if the way I'd buy watches now, we talked about last week how we buy watches, right? Like, you know, I have some impulse, but I got to make sure at this point, if I have all the money in the world, if I think I may kind of want to touch the watch, I'll buy it. So every Opus watch that's been made, Harry Winston Opus, I'd buy. But if we're talking about reasonable watches, I mean, there's some amazing Journes out there. There's the Labyrinth dial. Is it a CS or well, they made a Labyrinth dial for a few different models, I believe. But any Labyrinth dial Journe,
I think I'd have
T30
to have
Tourbillon.
What about like every black label?
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
There's so that nobody else could have one.
Well, not every single one made.
That's me.
Yeah, that's you. No.
I would just try. I would only because I don't want anyone else having one.
One iteration of each piece. That way
you're trying to be kind.
Yeah, I'm trying to have a timeline.
They
have a
buy
storage.
Journe, the brand itself.
No, because now they're owned by Chopard.
They have
fortunately,
they have much more.
They have more money than you do.
So I'd have to figure out some way to make more money so that I can buy them.
Unless you created like a competing ceramic company that got bought by Chopard and sneaked your way in there like Trojan style.
Chopard?
Yeah.
No, they're not bought by Chopard. It's Chanel.
Chanel. That's right.
Again,
it's irrelevant.
Basically, call me Tim Moss over here with the facts. So all right. What else? What's another insane watch I'd buy? Okay. Well, Longa makes some triple split. I need to get a triple split. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's some ridiculous.
Edward
Pateks.
Ledden's. What about Urwerk?
Oh yeah, Urwerks are terrible though. They're absolutely terrible watches. I mean,
so are all the other watches you just named.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know if I like
MB&Fs.
So there was one that we bought when I first started working in Florida. There was one. It was like a prototype. It's called. The nickname was the Scratch Magnet. It's like a Urwerk 104 or something like that. But it was one of their like the carousel style ones. But it was all white gold. So it was mostly white gold with a little window. So it was unwearable because if you sneezed on it, it would get scratched. I'd probably buy that watch just because, and I would beat the living shit out of it. I'd probably wear it every single day just because. Full white gold watch. What else? Yeah, Urwerk they don't hold any value. Okay, Grubel Force, which actually we're dealers for. Grubels are
Grubels are nasty.
Yeah, I'd probably wear one on each wrist.
Just fight somebody with like.
I can picture myself on like a roller coaster with Grubel Force on each wrist.
You'd rip your arms out of your sockets.
Or the watches would fly off, but I wouldn't care to go buy another one.
Watch Yoda on here says, if I won $1.6 billion, I'd buy a watch box and have a good collection.
That's very clever.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, we get like a couple thousand watches.
Go ahead and send your check to my personal account.
You own a lot of Breitling, sir. How about movement watch? Oh, how about buy movement watch? MVMT. Ever seen these guys? They make like little quartz watches, like
Instagram.
fashion watches.
It's an Instagram brand.
And close it down. I'm not really a snob when it comes to that stuff. In fact, I'd buy all their watches and give them away for free. Yeah. Pump the brand up because I'm not a hater. Alonga Zeitwerk striking time, I guess, but I wouldn't have to be anywhere at any certain time, so I really don't care. That's the thing. None of my watches would be set to the correct time.
What if you were
make sure. In fact, I would hire somebody to make sure that every watch that I put on wasn't accidentally.
But what if you had a striking time so that when it went off, people would be like, "What is that?" And you'd be like, "Doesn't really matter, does it?" And just move on with your day. And then you would feel like a boss.
That's smooth.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be a boss because I wouldn't have a job. I don't want to have. I don't even wouldn't want to use that word. It'd be stressful to me.
Yes.
Debethune. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Debethune. I don't know if I like their watches.
So that's a ringing endorsement. If I won $1 billion and money didn't matter, I still wouldn't buy that watch.
I don't know. Personally, I'm just not. I like some of their early stuff. There was some mono pusher chrono that I really, really liked. But like the space age look of it, it feels somewhat like a Lindy Verdlin to me, like a Spidolite.
Could see that.
I'm sure it's like super well made.
You wouldn't have a bunch of those?
Lindy Verdlins?
Yeah. You wanted one at one point.
Yeah, you're right. I kind of did. I don't know.
I'd
probably buy as many. You know how many Seiko turtles I would have, Jason?
Just have a whole turtle farm. All turtles.
Turtle farm. I would carry a bag like a satchel full of turtles and
like
throw
Santa
them.
Claus?
No, but like Johnny Appleseed, and just throw Seiko turtles out the window as I drove past in my Lamborghini at kids, and hopefully it wouldn't injure them, but they would have a free watch. It may be a little scratched, but they would enjoy it. Oh, I would definitely do that. What else? What other watch-related crazy things would you do if you had $1 billion? But not had $1 billion, not made it, didn't work for it. Just all of a sudden, someone just gave it to you, so now you lose your mind.
Because
that's the point here. If somebody just handed me $1 billion, I didn't work for it at all, I'd probably just lose my mind.
You know what'd be cool is like find
52 AP. Oh Lord, Edward Ledden is amazing. By the way,
I could go on a Patek spree for sure. What would be really cool? I would build out like an entire walk-in closet, like a storefront.
Yeah, with
like display cases and like watch pillows.
Oh.
So that's like my walk-in watch closet.
Would you have any boutique staff that maybe you'd see at a place like in Vegas or something?
Yeah, maybe we could talk about a full-time staffer.
No, they call those models who sell.
Oh, they sell too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting called out for saying Urwerks are trash. I just don't like Urwerk.
Yeah.
That's not a snobby thing. I'm not saying that they suck as watches. They're probably fantastic watches. Listen, they're much better than any watch I can make.
What's the one with the where it like flips open and you wind it like one of those wound radios? I forget the name of it, but it's crazy. Saying? There's an Urwerk that has like that.
Oh yeah, we've had it before.
Out, yeah.
On the back. Yeah, okay. Maybe I get that Urwerk.
Cool.
Actually, that's a great Urwerk, and I'd buy it.
Yeah, because they're great watches.
Yeah, natural migration of turtles.
HYT. You know what?
No, I don't. They're all broken.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I could find one that worked.
There you go. We finally agree on something.
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys, let's check this poll real quick. Let's see. I need a little ego boost.
5602. You need an ego boost? Is that what you just said?
A little bit. You go down, buddy.
Sure. You know, I think.
But you like this watch too, Jason.
I like it. It's. You can't wear it. I mean, you'll admit that it's stupidly heavy.
I mean, yeah, but you know how strong my left hand would be?
I mean, the thing is, you'd have spine problems. You'd be walking down the street. You would need a wallet like George Costanza. Like
the problem is, I'd be wearing that watch, and I'd end up in a gutter somewhere because I'd lose my mind and get chopped off my wrist. Though, actually, you know what? If it was rose gold, I feel like I'd be in more danger. The fact that it's platinum is actually making it safe because it's under the radar, Jason.
Yeah.
Look at that. Sensibility.
Unless somebody pushes you in a pool, and then you drown to death.
You know what Mike Manjo says about platinum?
Yeah.
With all the looks of titanium without the... well, I forgot this quote. Without the...
stigma?
Without the stigma of low cost.
Well, you're welcome.
There you go. Thanks, Jason.
No problem.
Oh, man.
All right. So, that's our kind of like loony...
that was fun.
Yeah, you know what? That was a very silly conversation. But just as silly as people asking what you're going to do when you win the lottery, right? So if a bunch of people can talk about that, then we can talk about this.
Yeah, because honestly, to be honest with you, I hate somebody, what are you going to do with your winnings?
Yeah.
I don't know. How about just invest your money? Don't throw it away to the state-run lottery gambling.
And as silly as this conversation is about winding up dead in a year, spending stupid amounts of money.
No, that's not silly. That's literally what would happen to me if I somehow bought a
spending stupid amounts of money on watches. You know, obviously it's real estate. It's, you know, all kinds of stuff before it's going broke on watches. But
Jason will buy a lot of guns, I think.
Yeah, you ever seen Dan Bilzerian's
gun collection?
Gun collection. Gun walk-in closet.
Well, he's got machine guns. Those are fun.
Yeah. Well, maybe I would just be that guy's friend.
Be Dan Bilzerian's friend? No, who says he wants to be friends with you, Jason?
Well, I got 1.6 billion, bro.
Yeah, but
so does he. We'd be friends. I'll learn how to play poker. It'd be great.
Oh, let's see here. Nice to see pot's legal in Philly finally. Are you guys saying that I'm stoned on marijuana? That's not the case at all whatsoever because it's not legal here. Maybe I'd move somewhere where it was
recreational.
All right, guys. So, is there anything else? Oh, so a little bit of news here. Looks like Richemont has partnered with Alibaba to sell their watches online in China. Yeah. Interesting. I don't know how it affects things really at all. I don't think that they'll be listing them at discounts, and so if that means more people buying watches at full price, might not be bad. I don't know how this will affect anything really at all, except for maybe like the idea of what a luxury watch is. But I think that's changed big time anyways.
I think it's just a sign of technology and what a lot of companies are doing. You know, us with Watchbox are also spreading and taking over globally. I think it's inevitable for a lot of these big companies to try and reach new markets. Yeah. There's really nothing negative about this at this point. Stop looking at my arm. What are you doing? It's captivating.
I've seen all the scratches you just put on it.
No.
I think you just chipped the crystal. But no, well, I think that anybody who like it looks down upon them, any retailer or like somebody like us who looks down upon them selling watches online, I mean, it's this is what we do, right? We sell watches online. I understand we sell pre-owned watches online, but what's the difference? And you know, if it'll actually eliminate discounting, it'll be better for everybody in terms of value retention. There won't be such a huge difference between each model and each watch in different areas of the world. So, you know, if it does that, which I don't know if it will, and I don't know how they would set up a discounting model online.
Well, it's really just like all the other brands that are trying, you know, big brands now like AP who have shown us have kind of laid the path to go vertical.
Yeah,
that's kind of what they're, they're just going to restructure, go vertical.
Well, they're going to try.
And yeah, well, listen, it's certainly a power move to reach another market.
Steve Bowden says Alibaba is proud to sell Richemont in China along with all the other counterfeit watches. Yeah, so they probably have to clean that up because if you do a search on Alibaba, there are some fake watches being listed there. But I mean, you could find those on eBay too, I guess. Though I guess there's no brand selling on eBay direct. But I think it's just it's only a matter of time. It's not the greatest thing for an actual retailer similar to us. Though I think there's still life for retailers. There's something to be said for going through retail and relationship based sales, and it'll just put more pressure on retailers to offer better service to their customers. And I mean it's only going to be good for the consumer. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't think it's going to affect things too much. I think that if they were discounting online, yeah, that's a game changer. That creates a big issue.
Yeah. For right now, it's really too early to tell. But it happened today, so we figured we'd break the news.
Yeah. Very important show today, guys.
Yeah. I hope you guys learned a lot because this was very informative.
I'm Tim Masso, and this has been Watch You Want.
He's fired.
Sorry, no, Watchbox. All right, guys. So if you already haven't, go ahead and subscribe. We're up to 56,000 subscribers, which is nice. We'd like to get to 57 in the next hour, so go ahead and subscribe to that. Go ahead and check out my Instagram, Mr. Thanos, at Mr. Thanos on Instagram. I'm always posting like the best watches, really just the greatest watches. Jason posts some things as well. He's got some wonky name that we won't mention here. Check us out on the iTunes. On the iTunes podcast as well, so you can listen to us while you're driving, or whenever.
Or don't.
Whenever you can't watch a screen, check out our Instagram page, the company Instagram page, Watchbox. It's not Watchbox Global anymore, is it? It's just Watchbox, which is good. It's less wonky. Governor Jewelers as well. Check us out on Napster, BearShare, on Grubhub, on Uber.